Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Journeyman save here on Football Manager 21. I say welcome back to a new episode, but we find ourselves back where we started in episode 1. We are unemployed. At the end of the last stream and the last video, we resigned as manager of 1860 Munich. We didn't extend our contract. It was going to run out at the end of June, and rather than just wait for it to expire, we resigned ahead of time so that we can move elsewhere and try our hand somewhere else. Our profile has grown since we were at the beginning of the save. We went from half a star with a national B license to now a continental C license. That's up 2 from where we were. And our reputation has grown from less than half a star to 1 1/3 stars, basically. And our reputation has gone from 5% to 25%. So we're looking good for a better job than we had last time. That said, the job we had last time was pretty decent. We're very, very happy with how things went at 1860 Munich. A 54% win percentage, which is fantastic. The jobs on offer at the moment are as you see them on screen. My initial plan at the beginning of the unemployed section is to not approach anyone. I want to give it a few months and see if anyone wants me. Rather than actively seeking out a job, I'm going to see if anyone actively seeks out myself, and then we'll consider any jobs that come in for us. Obviously, if we don't get anything by October, November time, then we will actively start looking for jobs at the current moment in time, or at that moment in time. The jobs that are available at this moment in time, you can see on the screen in front of you. There are a number in a number of different areas. Now, I will give you a quick recap and a refresher of what leagues are available at this current moment in time in the save. We're not planning on adding any more. So, the playable leagues are Belgium, England, France, Germany, Holland, Italy, Portugal, Scotland, and Spain. We can manage in any league in any of those countries. Argentina, Brazil, and Turkey are all view only, just to get some regens. So, the job centre, as you can see, is as follows. But I don't know if there's any job other than maybe Plymouth or Coventry that I'd be looking to actively take. So for the time being, we will wait and see who comes in for us. Of course, we left 1860 Munich in 5th after a positive season. We weren't quite able to get a playoff spot. Actually, I added an adjustment to the career command in the chat, and actually I got it right. I said we were 3 points off the playoffs. We weren't. We were just 1 point off that playoff spot as Regensburg lost on the final day, and Kaiserslautern were able to pip ahead of them at the last gasp. So that's where we stand right now, and we will hopefully, by the end of this video and by the end of this stream, have ourselves another job. So do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to this ChesnoidPlays channel so you don't miss out on any further content, and of course, to have your say live and have a direct real-time impact on proceedings in this save, follow the link in the description, follow me on Twitch, and come and join me over there, and we can get cracking, which is what we're going to do now. So I'll see you with a cut in a moment. I'm going to go and say thank you to those guys that dropped me some bits whilst we were doing this intro, and we will move on and see, does anybody want me before we think about maybe going somewhere else? Because I don't know at what level I could realistically try and get a job at now, having grown a little bit in reputation. So let's go and find out. So I think the Hearts job is going to be above us, to be honest. If you look at Paul Hartley's stats, actually they're not that far away from where mine are. If we look at my attributes, there we go, attributes. You can see I have a 20 out of 20 level of discipline apparently. Very much unlike real life, especially when it comes to food. So the other stats are at 9 at highest, so it kind of gives you an idea if you go to the job centre and have a look at like the favourites for jobs as to what they're sort of looking for. He was favourite for the Bourges-en-Bresse job, which is not something I'd be interested in. Now, I mentioned Plymouth in the intro. Mark Warburton is a much better manager than me, and Coventry, it's Nigel Pearson, who is obviously an incredible manager for that level and is much better manager than me. So I don't know whether we're kind of National League level. Probably about National League level with regards to our reputation now. Maybe a lower end League 2. We'll wait and see. But I'm going to advance and we're going to wait initially to see if anyone wants me before we decide if we want someone else. Wow, Zidane sacked by Real Madrid. It has happened. Zidane sacked by Real Madrid. Yikes. So this is the sort of level that my assistant, my PA, Lynn Mason, reckons that I could be looking to manage at. There's San Luqueño, who are in the lower leagues in Spain. There's Aldershot in the National League that's available. They just finished 22nd in the National League, however. So I believe they're getting relegated to the National League South. So not necessarily a job you want to take over. And Wealdstone, who are currently in that National League South and finished slap bang mid-table in it. So I don't know whether that's a job that I'd want to take either. We will have a full season roundup when we get to the date past the Champions League final. So we'll do that, of course, in this video as well. And I'll add that into the video too. Now, I wonder if at some point we might be made leading candidate for a job. That would be intriguing. Nothing yet, but we've only advanced a week, so there's plenty of time. The odds had me at third favourite for the Bruges job, did they? I didn't quite glance that. Let me have a look at that email again. Come on, I'm hitting browse. Bruges. I am 33-1. I don't know as that's me as third favourite, but I'm on the list at 33-1 for Bruges. Club Bruges fans consider interest from Wood. Now, if you remember when we were linked with the 1860 Munich job, the fans there laughed me off, and we still got the job. The fact that the Bruges fans would consider interest from me would be very intriguing. And they've got European competition as well. They'll be in the Europa League next season, Bruges. That would be a hell of a jump. A hell of a jump. I'm not involved in this one. It would be a hell of a job. It would be a hell of a job. But at the same time, that would be us going from the Dry League to the Champions League immediately. Like, that skips out 80% of all of the leagues we've got added in the save. That would give us such a leg up that it would nullify the whole point of the Journeyman, going from club to club and around and about all the houses to work your way up through the system. That's literally going, oh yeah, Europa League, sorry. That would be like skipping 3/4 of the journey. Just keeping an eye to see if my name is in any of these lists. Butler's taken charge at Aldershot. That's that job gone. So we won't be approached for that one. Now, let me have a look. Champions. I lost my licensing fix because of an update. So it still says Champions Cup, even though I have the picture. And we have finished the overall season. So let me give you the usual season roundup then. So having a look through the leagues in focus. We'll start in England. And Manchester City have won the league this year. Liverpool won it last year. No, City won it last year. So City won back-to-back Premier League so far in this save. Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Man United fourth. Tottenham do get Europa League football, finishing down in 9th. Tottenham in 9th. Yikes. Palace, West Brom and Forest relegated from the Premier League this season. From the Championship, Stoke will go up after winning their playoff final on penalties against Sheffield United as Steel Plate Bear celebrates his 6th month. Ches at the job centre. Oi, oi. Thank you for the 6 months, man. You'll get a new badge in chat for that. Appreciate it, mate. Also going up from the Championship, West Ham and Newcastle returning at the first time of asking. Luton, QPR and Millwall relegated. League 1, Barnsley get the playoff boost. Portsmouth and Peterborough go up, annoyingly. Leyton Orient, Bradford City, Exeter and Wigan all finishing in the playoffs. In the playoffs, what am I talking about? All finishing in the relegation zone. Port Vale win the playoffs in League 2. Cambridge get automatic promotion. Oh, the fucking boys. Cambridge go up to League 1 in real life. And then a year later in this save as well. Vamos! Mansfield champions. Tranmere third. Port Vale win the playoffs. Barrow and Bromley. Unfortunately, the Barrow boys are going down a division. In the National League, Wrexham in extra time are back to the Football League. Torquay go up as champions. Altrincham, Aldershot, Halifax and Weymouth are relegated. Kings Lynn are back to the National League after winning the National League North playoff. And Gateshead go up as champions. Leamington, Barwell, Stourbridge and Braintree go down from the National League North. And then in the National League South, Billericay go up to the National League after beating Welling. And Chelmsford won the league there. And to be fair, after getting 100 points, Billericay probably deserved to go up as well. St Albans, Concord Rangers, Eastbourne Borough and East Thurrock have been relegated there. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool. The Carabao Cup was won by Newcastle. Community Shield by Manchester City. Papa John's Trophy by Barnsley, beating Peterborough. Get fucked, Borough. And the English FA Trophy was won by Morecambe. Elsewhere, Barcelona won La Liga from Atleti Sevilla. Real Madrid finished only 4th, and it cost Zinedine Zidane his job. In the Bundesliga, in the league that, or the league system, the league hierarchy that we were involved in last year, or the past 2 years technically, Bayern Munich win the league again. Dortmund 2nd, Hertha Berlin 3rd, Eintracht Frankfurt 4th. Relegated were Bochum and Union Berlin. And just out of curiosity, Regensburg lost their relegation promotion playoff, and Eintracht Braunschweig will stay in the Zweite Bundesliga as they won the relegation playoff. In Portugal, Tondela win the relegation promotion playoff on pen, so they will come up and Ferreira will go down. And Porto won the league with Benfica in 2nd and Sporting in 3rd. In Serie A, Juventus win the league, Napoli 2nd, Roma 3rd and Atalanta 4th. Inter, Lazio and AC Milan round out the other European spots. In Belgium, Westerlo lose to Lommel in the relegation playoffs. So Westerlo go down. Standard Liège won the league. And then the Championship group was won by Standard Liège as well. European playoff group was won by Ghent. But that Bruges job is, I believe, still available. It is indeed. Not that we're going to be applying for it. In Ligue 1, Angers won the relegation playoff. They will stay in Ligue 1. PSG won the league with 100 points from Lyon on 79. So a rather convincing league win there for the Parisians. And in the Eredivisie, Fortuna Sittard will stay up. PSV win the league from 2 points from Ajax. Feyenoord further 11 back, and then AZ a further 10 back from there. So that is how things rounded out. We saw who won the Champions League. That was Dortmund on penalties over Manchester United. The Europa League was won by Chelsea, who beat Inter by a goal to 0. And the Euro Cup 2 was won by, or Europa League Conference was won by Tottenham by a goal to 0. So English finalists in all and English winners in 2. And that is your season number 2 rounded up. We resigned, Don. We resigned. We are not applying anywhere until about the October-November time. I want to see if anybody wants me. Just out of pure curiosity, I want to see if anybody wants me. With regard to Belgium, the Bruges job is still available. Gert Van Heyen is currently favourite for it, and, well, rightly so, because his stats are much, much better than mine. Why did you decide to quit rather than carry on? I felt I couldn't take them any further and attempted to do so have only made things worse. I have my own thoughts on the matter. I thought my management was having a negative effect on the team and it wasn't fair on the fans. I became frustrated with the whole experience on off the pitch. I'll be playing up front about it. It was purely out of self-interest. If things become really bad, it affected my stock as a manager. Yeah, none of those were my preferred response. So I just take a neutral response to that. Am I open to working abroad again? Certainly. Yeah, I'll say I've enjoyed those experiences so far, so why not? I'm open to managing anywhere that we've got open in this save. Any nation, at least. Someone want me! I nearly got promotion! We turned 1860 Munich around from 16th to 5th. Come on, that's worth some interest from someone, surely. Surely someone wants me. Again, my PA is saying that there are 4 jobs that they recommend that I go for. Boston, Bognor Regis, Erdingen, and Sandhausen. Sandhausen were good. Sandhausen were good, I have to be honest. That is donation. Thank you very much for the donation. Let me load up my Streamlabs so I can see who it's from and if there's a message. It's £1 from Connor. Hey Chase, did you see about Pujmal leaving United? He's back in Spain without a club, I think. Is he? Thank you for the £1 donation, my man. I didn't see that he'd left United. No, unfortunately. That's a shame. Thank you for the donation, mate. Why does nobody what? I feel so unloved. I feel so unloved in this save. Our reputation's improved. Our managerial capabilities have improved. We've got better stats than we did before. We've had 2 upgrades in our coaching badge. But nobody wants me. Single tier for the cheese. They're all lactose intolerant. Yeah, none of them can have the cheese. I'll be vegan just for you. Forest Green, I'll be vegan just for you. Imagine if the cheese signs for Forest Green at some point. The vegan club. I'd have to rewrite my entire identity, wouldn't I? 1860 are waiting for you to come crawling back. Because of their financial situation and the aging of the squad, I don't know as it's a job even if we'd had a good youth intake, I don't think it was a job I wanted to take forward anyway. Like I said, I'm going to remain unemployed until someone approaches me for the first few months. I want to be wanted. For those of you that have recently joined, we're not applying for anything at this stage. I won't start applying for jobs until the October time. I would love for someone to show an interest in me and to approach me without me having to approach them first. I want someone to look at the open market and say, he's our guy. My reputation is 25%, Wolfie. 25%. My plan, if it goes as far as November, October, is to do what we always tend to do when looking for a new job. If a job comes up with a side that's struggling, in say, for example, Division A, if a side is towards the bottom of Division A, sacks their manager and hires a new manager from a side that's in a good position in Division B, then it's the Division B job that I'd apply for. I'd much rather apply for a job in a lower division and take over a side that's already performing well and try and continue that run. That's my plan. If nobody comes in and approaches me directly, that's going to be my applying for job criteria. 1860 Munich are starting to buy players now. They've let Giannis Papadopoulos go on a free. He was the guy with 20 aggression. They've signed Alexander Grois, whose stats I can't see. Ahmed Khan Aga, whose stats I can't see. And Rafael Celia, whose stats I can't see. They've dropped Lex. Stefan Lex has been dropped. Oh, he's been released! What are you doing? Man scored 32 goals in 37 games and they've released him. Oh, don't worry, Mo Salah. Don't need you anymore. You can just leave for free if you want, go nowhere. Don't worry about it, Harry Kane. Just stay where you are. Just, go home. Fucking hell. You let Stefan Lex leave for free. Are you serial? Morons. Morons. Let's have a look. Free transfers. Released players. Klingman, yes. Korg. They let Matt J go. He scored 16 goals in 31 games. Got 6 assists. And you've literally released your 2 best players. Are you fucking mental? And Daniel Vine. Daniel Vine was like the worldy right back. And they let him go too. Wow. They are having a clear out at 1860 Munich. I don't know how well that's going to go. So we're into the league season now. It's the 3rd week of August, heading into the 4th week of August. And it's now a case of waiting for the right job to come along for us to apply for. We would have considered anybody that approached me and specifically wanted me. I would not have turned down almost any job. But nobody wanted me specifically. Nobody picked me out, hand-plucked me from the hat of available managers. So we will now, as we did with 1860 Munich in Season 1, hand-pick ourselves and apply for the right jobs at the right time. Operation Get a Job Chapter 2 is into its 2nd mini-chapter, I guess. There was Chapter 1, which was Operation Get a Job. Then Chapter 2, which was Operation 1860 München. Then Chapter 3, which is Operation Get a Job ×2. And now we're in Chapter 3.1 or 3.2 trying to get a job for the right team. Felix Melker has taken the Eastleigh job. Now, where was he previously? Was he anywhere previously? He was not. They've hired a brand new regen manager at Eastleigh, so there is no option to try that whole go for the job that becomes available from the man that takes the other job situation. Dudley follows, then immediately subscribes with his Twitch Prime without even saying anything in chat. Dudley, my guy. Thank you, mate. Contract signed on the dotted line. Welcome into the club. Bro, what? He couldn't have been there long. That job was available recently, wasn't it? Danny Gomez got sacked after 23 days. What is happening at Real Betis B? Manuel Ruano was there for nearly 3 years, and then Carlos Martinez lasted 2 months, and Danny Gomez 3 weeks. What is that? I mean, A, what's that run of form? But B, what is that managerial turnaround? That's unreal. Ugh. If ever there was a job that was a poison chariot, that is it right now. Don't go anywhere near that job. Barnet job is still there. I have to wait for the second wave, I think. Nothing really stood out there. That Real Betis job is a poison chariot, Simcon. They've sacked 2 managers in the space of 3 months. They've had 3 managers in the space of 3 months. They sacked one, hired another, sacked him within 2 months, hired another, sacked him within 3 weeks. The Wigan manager has been sacked. Now, they are at their lowest stage for the last 20 plus years. Wigan could be a job we could do something with. Number of players are getting involved in the goal scoring. Nia Kirby looks like a really decent, creative player. They're in a bit of a bad run of, a very bad run of form. What are we saying about Wigan, lads? Do we apply for Wigan Athletic? Their financial situation is okay. Their reputation is slightly higher than mine as a manager. And there is the scope to take them up divisions. Most importantly, there's the scope for growth. A Premier League side less than 10 years ago. And they've come down 3 divisions since. And yes, the overall consensus is apply for jobs. So, for the first time in this new unemployed phase, we have applied for a job. Let's see how it goes. They are bottom with 8 points from 12 games. I mean, their form's not the worst. They've only got 1 win, but they've been drawing a lot. What are we saying, lads? What are we saying? Here in vain? Apply for job or nah? Develop players using the club's youth system. Play attacking football. Sign players under the age of 23. No harm in applying. Applying for the job. Finances are secure as well, which would be nice. There might be a little bit of money behind them there. Following your application for the Wigan job, the board have invited you to attend an interview with them to discuss the vacancy. One of the reasons the board have decided to offer you an interview is because they feel you'll be an acceptable fit for the club's vision for the future. Attend interview. Hello. You have very little managerial experience, and that obviously concerns me a little. Can you explain why that is? I may not have the experience you're looking for, but I have done very well in my limited time in club management, and that is true. We have done well in our limited time. When asked this question, can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs right now? I always say I'm merely considering my options. That's my response every single time. We want to ensure that the dressing room atmosphere is much better than it was under our previous manager. Can you assure us that there will be no problems were we to hire you? I'm extremely confident being able to cultivate a strong atmosphere without any problems whatsoever. I'm not going to promise it, but I'll convince. Our previous manager didn't have the best relationship with the fans. A good relationship with the fans. I've had a good relationship with the fans wherever I've been. See no reason why I couldn't continue that here. We parted company with our last manager much sooner than anybody would have anticipated. Can you offer any assurances that won't be, or we won't be in for a repeat of that? Again, I'm not going to promise. My intention is to commit long. Not really. can't really justify any of the others, so I'll say that. We understand the importance of having the right backroom staff, a small budget to make modifications. No, I would leave the backroom staff as is. So, their vision for the future: play entertaining football, sign players under the age of 23. I would be required not to sign players over the age of 30. I would be required to work within the wage budget. I would be required to sign players purely for the aim of selling them for profit. Their aim this season, at this stage, would be avoid a relegation battle. Now, they are in one at the moment, so a mid-table finish basically is what we'd be after, which is probably achievable. They want us to reach the third round of the FA Cup as well, and the club currently have Oxford drawn for the FA Cup first round. They would also, moving forward, become an established League Two side, and that's all they want for the next few seasons. They don't want promotion anytime soon, which hopefully we could achieve within a couple of years. As soon as we be hired, the expectation is for the club to avoid the relegation battle. I'll just agree with that. A transfer budget of £200,000. 200 grand at that level, decent. A wage budget of 43,974. 43 grand wage budget. I don't know what they're on. I mean, I think that's a decent wage budget. But I'm not sure. It's smaller than we had at Munich, but I'll agree. Don't need a new stadium. Parent club. Always parent club. We don't agree. I accept the board don't want to set up a parent club. No further requests. Right. We've had our interview, and as you say, Leafy, all of their expectations are pretty agreeable. They're not asking too much of us. Should we get the job? Just mid-table finish, basically. Mets have also offered us an interview. Despite offering an interview, the board, however, do have reservations about my suitability to deliver the club's ambitious vision for the future. This is because of my lack of experience in leading teams to promotion. There is, however, recognition that your commitment towards signing first-team players no older than 23 would align with Mets' vision. Now, I may have not got a load of experience in leading teams to promotion, but we did come close with 1860 Munich. Relatively big obstacle of not speaking the language, that's not a problem. Football's universal. Very little managerial experience. I'm going to have the same response to that as I did with Wigan. Same to that as we did with Wigan. Performing to competition expectations. I've got a good record, is what I'll say. Again, I'm going to have to go with the same one as Wigan. Happy with working with a director of football? Absolutely. Backroom staff, don't need to make any changes. Right. The club vision for Mets. Develop players using the youth system is preferred. Favoured no players over the age of 30. Preferred players under the age of 23 for the first team. I'd be required to work within the wage budget. They would favour players signing for a profit. They would want me to avoid relegation from Ligue 2. They are currently 4 points from safety, having won one game in their opening 12. It's tough. But that would be a required expectation to reach the 11th round of the French Cup. Jeez Louise. 11th round? Obviously not involved in it yet. Gain automatic promotion. Wow. So avoid relegation this year. Next year, gain automatic promotion to Ligue 1. That is their ambition. Avoid relegation. Agree. Transfer budget of 5.42 million. Buzzing. No request. 5 million they'd be willing to give me at Mets. Wow. So at present, We may get a job offer from Metz. We may get a job offer from Wigan. I am, potentially, as you say, Cameron, wanted. They wouldn't mind if we got relegated at Heerenveen. They wouldn't mind if we got relegated. That makes it more appealing. We could probably keep the job if we got relegated and reach the Dutch Cup quarter-final as a desired importance. Then continue remaining in the Eredivisie is all they would want for now. I'll agree that we could avoid relegation. A budget of 3.32 million, £181,000 wage budget, no further requests. Heerenveen could be a great job. Metz could be a good job. Wigan, all three that we've had interviews for so far would be good jobs. Thanks for the follow, Big Slapper. And I've never managed in the Eredivisie, nor have I ever managed in France. Wigan interview, unsuccessful. The board was satisfied with the plans to put you... Sorry, rephrase. The board was satisfied with the plans you put forward in your interview, but ultimately decided to go for Nigel Adkins instead. I understand that decision. We will not be taking over at Wigan. We will also not be taking over at Metz. They've gone with Albert Cartier. I understand that as well. Heerenveen seemed quite keen on me, though. Heerenveen seemed quite keen. Wigan had reservations. Metz had reservations, but Wigan had reservations. Metz had reservations, but Heerenveen seemed like they might be interested in me. Hernan Crespo has been sacked. Hernan bloody Crespo. In Brazil. That's view only, so I can't take that. I can't take that job. Alan Pardew has taken over at Blackpool as well. He was favourite for that job. Favourite for the Heerenveen job is Gert-Jan Verbeek, who is infinitely better than me, and manager at FC20, who are 7th in the Eredivisie. Tom Heaton takes the Wimbledon job. Tom Heaton, his first step into management, post-career, Tom Heaton takes the Wimbledon job. Wow. No! Heerenveen have signed Fred Grimm instead. We have applied for 4 jobs, 3 of which we've had interviews for, but haven't had the offer of the job. That is a bit grim. No Heerenveen job for us. You're at Bolton in your Journeyman, are you? Pass on Bolton. Yeah, Bolton seems to be not as popular. What about Aki Stanley? Matt J. Oh, Matt J! That's a decision made. Decision made. We're applying for the job at Accrington Stanley. Matt J's there. Put in a good word for me, my friend. Oh no! Des Buckingham is currently in term. So that's the same as Salford. They're giving their caretaker manager the chance to prove his worth. Go and watch a game at one of the teams you applied for. It will increase interest in the media and the fans. Oh, I didn't know I could think of that. Didn't know I could do that. We will then attend Salford's next home game. Oh, we're throwing a spanner in the works now. We will attend their next home game. We'll throw a spanner in the works. Try and undermine the caretaker manager and get the job at Salford. Thank you for the follow, Ibertog. Welcome to the channel, mate. What jobs have we been turned down by? Wigan in League 2, Heerenveen in the Eredivisie, and Metz in the 2nd division in France. Salford offer job interview. Gary Neville has offered me a job interview. Following your application for the Salford job, despite offering the interview, the board do still have reservations about your suitability to deliver the club's high ambition for the future, lack of leading teams for promotion, etc. But they like my strong commitment towards playing attacking football. Oh, come on then, let's get this interview right, shall we? Down to business. May not have the experience you're looking for, but I have done very well in my limited time in management. You've been unemployed for a fairly long time now. Why haven't you returned to management? Been waiting for the right opportunity and, more importantly, the right club. Can you explain why you're willing to drop down to a club of our level? It's only a small step down from my last job. I wouldn't worry about it. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs, merely considering my options? Can I perform to expectations? I'll say I'm confident achieving every target set for me if I get the job. Which, being in 12th, I'm sure we stand the chance of doing. We're really looking for someone capable of taking this team to the next level. Whoever gets the job doesn't need to make changes to the team. Everything's going well, and at this point, it all simply needs maintaining. I reckon a lot of people saw this coming. It's not a surprise to me, at least. I think I've got enough about me to get, as a manager, to get it done. I'm gonna say whoever get. I'm gonna say I've got enough about me as a manager to get it done. Quite happy to work with a director of football. Importance having the right backroom staff, not bothered. Right. Desired play attacking football. Desired play entertaining football. Preferred high tempo. Required work within a wage budget. Maximum of 1-year contracts for players over the age of 32 is a favoured. Top half League 2 finish. They're already in the top half in League 2. Grow the club's reputation. Then next season, automatic promotion and grow the club's reputation. I'll say I agree. Top half. The money's fine. The money's fine. Parent club. They agree. They agree with parent club. That went well. That was arguably our best. Ready to take the next step in my career and have been acting accordingly. That was arguably the best an interview has gone for us so far. You want me to declare interest? Shall I publicly declare interest in the Salford job as well? I did say that that was a job that would intrigue me. And we have been to a game as well. And I'm going to publicly declare my interest in job. Your interest in the role will be circulated among media outlets and Salford will be made aware of your interest. Yes. That's the first time we've done that. Football 365 is reporting that Chris Wood has expressed interest in the vacant manager's post at the Peninsula Stadium. Many people see Wood as the ideal candidate for the job, though the Ammies remain quiet on their intentions for the future. Rumours of Wood's interest come after he previously refused to be drawn public on any interest he may have held with regards to the position. Wood is currently unemployed following a spell at 1860 Munich, who was still 14th in the Dry Liga. Am I favourite? I am favourite and leading candidate for the Salford job. The first time that's happened. I am leading candidate for the Salford job. Get it done, boys. Come on. 7-2 favourite. Hire me, boys. Hire me, hire me, hire me. We're a leading candidate. Oh, please, Salford. That'd be a great job. I am wanted, Zero. Yes. I am wanted. They are still in League 2, James. Yes. 12th in League 2. Oh, and I said Sal, and I was like, no! But it's Salmon, not Salford. Salford fans consider Wood leading candidate. Salford fans consider Wood leading candidate. Let's go! Give me that, give me that, give me that job, give me that job, give me that job. They have the crackers. Now they need the cheese. Glasses of Destiny. Sorry, Connor, I missed it. For good luck. Thanks for follow, Townsend and Dro Fingers. Welcome to the channel, guys. Scott Rusco takes the job at Bolton. He's left TNS to do so. Come on, Salford! Job! 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 If I just keep shouting job at the computer screen, will that get me the job? Job! Job! Do you think it'll work? Job! Job. St Johnston offer interview. I'm gonna decline that. I'm going all guns blazing. I'm going all guns blazing for Salford. Job! 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 Fucking hell. Job! Job! It might work. Either that or just look like a complete fucking moron. Imagine if there's people outside my house right now just hearing someone go, job! Job! Accrington offer job interview. Ah! Do I go to that interview or do I... 100 bits for Millie. Job, 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 job. Yes, just in case. Okay, we'll whip through it then. Very little experience. I have the experience. Not returned yet. Waiting for the right club. Just merely considering my options. I'll get the dressing room. That's fine. got a good relationship with supporters, long and blah, 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 future. Unexpected struggle against the relegation. I mean, we turned 1860 Munich away from the relegation zone, didn't we? Yeah, Matty J. Yes, that's the reason why we were interested in this one as well, wasn't it? I have the managerial acumen to get the required results. No. Right. Preferred develop players for the youth system. Required wage budget. Sign players to sell for a profit. Fight bravely against relegation. That's it. Agree. No, just what your transfer budget, wage budget, parent club, fair request. That's it. I'm not going to say anything publicly about that though. Just want the Salford job. Job. Make a decision, Salford. Christ, please. Make a decision. The glasses of destiny aren't working so far. Oh, come on, job. I was betting Accrington offer us the job before bloody Salford. Job. Lincoln offer job interview. Jeez Louise. Right. Surely one of them has got to offer me a job. One of them is... Yeah, if I go to the stadium, if I go into Salford, just be like, job! From the stands and then see what they say. Job! Give me a job! Someone give me a job! Left at 5:30 to go to football. Has it really taken this long to get a job? It has, yes. We are currently in the running for 3. I'm still favourite for Salford. I've declared my interest in that job. We've had an interview. I've been to 2 games. Salford! Approach! Word! Job! Don't you know, bump it up, that Jesus got a job. Don't you know, bump it up, that Jesus got a job. Don't you know, bump it up, that Jesus got a job. Yeah, we are back in employment. Yes, Gary Neville. Start negotiations. 2-year deal, 1.8k a week, 15% promotion wage rise, 35% relegation wage drop, 90% percentage of club compensation required for managerial role, play attacking, entertaining and high-tempo football. Not a fucking problem. Work within the wage budget. Top half finish. Second round of the FA Cup. Then automatic promotion next season. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Salford manager. Salford have today confirmed the appointment of Chris Wood as the club's new manager. The glasses of destiny finally fucking worked. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 34-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Peninsula Stadium. He replaces previous manager Keith Curle. Carl Robinson was considered to be the favourite for the job, but it is unclear whether the club favoured Wood all along. Salford have been disappointing in League 2 so far this season and find themselves in 11th place, which, as it happens, is actually enough to satisfy the board's expectations. Media prediction, however, was 3rd. Peninsula Stadium has a 5,032 capacity, basic training and youth facilities, no youth recruitment whatsoever. That's the best 11 of 4-2-3-1. We know that already, the expectations of us. I'll take the press. Search for senior affiliate accepted. Salford players in last year in contracts. Oh my god, we're going to have quite a bit to go through, aren't we? Right, that's basically what we played at Munich. Are you ready? Save. We have a job! Matt J at Accrington Stanley valued at £375,000, which is outside of my budget. Oh no. We can't get Matty J. Lads, it's been a long 3.5 hours, but we have ourselves a job. We left on a cliffhanger yesterday. Guess what's happening now? Because I need to go and make dinner and do some editing and edit yesterday's stream. Sorry. But we are again live tomorrow. If you're watching the YouTube video, drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on any videos. I will send you on a raid before we go anywhere. But tomorrow's stream from 6:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow is an evening stream from 6:30. We have a new job at Salford City. Join me. Do not miss it. We are going to be starting our life here in the fourth division in England, in League 2. Thank you very much for your support, boys. I'll send you to Dupe on a raid. Oh, unbelievable. We have a job at last. Thank you very much for your continued support today. Very much appreciated. Hopefully, you'll be with me tomorrow as well. I will see you then. Also on the YouTube channel tomorrow, season finale at Barrow. Not to be missed either, by the way. Bye!